Hello ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to Skill Acquisition Pro. This is our third lesson on Blogger. In our last lesson we were introduced to the dashboard where we explain several tools that we have on the dashboard. Today we are going to continue from where we stopped in our dashboard lesson, and we're going to be seeing the result of the template we created. We're going to be looking at how that template looks like, and then we're also going to be looking at how to create our first post. First and foremost, we're going to review, or let me say summarize, what we learned in our last lesson. And just like we were initially told in our first lesson, that the first thing you need in order to gain access to your Blogger is to have a Gmail account. And that's the reason why our first video was on how to create a Gmail account, for the benefit of those who have never created their own account before and would like to do so, especially on the Gmail platform. So Blogger happens to be a parameter of Google, and that's the reason why for you to have access to Blogger you must have an account with Google. And that's the reason why we started by learning how to create a Gmail account. Now it's believed at this stage many of you who are interested in creating your own blog on the Blogger platform, you already have your Gmail account that you created yourself, or you might already have had an account with Gmail before. Whichever group you belong to, I will advise you to use this as an opportunity to learn how to navigate your Blogger platform and how you can get accustomed with the dashboard of the Blogger platform. So just as we learned in the last lesson how to access our Blogger, we go to the upper right hand corner of our page where we have our Google app tab. You click on it and it will display series of application menus. These are all the parameters we have in our Google, and then what we're actually looking for is the Blogger platform. So it's not there. Because of that, we have to expand our menu, the application menu, to display more options. Yes, that we click, and here we have our Blogger application, which we click on it. We learned this in our last lesson. Clicking on it will take us to the Blogger platform. Yes, this is our dashboard on the blog we created in our last lesson, and this is happening. You can see I did not have to enter my account on Gmail simply because it has already been created and I've logged in already. And all that we learned in our last lesson, so we're proceeding. So at this stage, it is believed that you know how to enter your username and your password on the Google environment so that you can have access to the Blogger platform. So here we are going to the blog we created in our last lesson, which is Lesso. At this lesson, you can see it here. You click on it, and these are the items. To display the items we have in that particular blog we created. Now this is the dashboard of the blog we created in our last lesson, and as we discussed, these are the various tools in the dashboard environment. This is your dashboard environment. Anytime you create a blog on the Blogger platform, it takes you to your dashboard, and that is where you begin to design, you begin to create, you begin to prepare, begin to do all manner of whatever it is that you want to do in order to make your posts, your pages, and anything that it is that you want to publish on your blog. This is the dashboard where you input all whatever, if it's video, if it is graphics, if it is text message. This is the dashboard where you get them arranged and you get your output on your blog page. Now we want to look at the result of what we did in our last lesson. We want to look at how our blog page actually looked like. And to do that, we have to go to the upper left hand corner here. You can see this place, view blog. You click on view blog, it will take you to your blog page. Yes, so you can see this is our blog page. You can see it. Let's see. So this is our blog page, and this is exactly how this is the template we chose, the travel template we chose. This is how it is, and this is the home page of our blog. This is actually how your blog looks like at the beginning. Before we begin to make posts, before we begin to create our pages, this is the foundation of how it always looks like. And by the time we start making posts, you're going to be seeing how the post looks like. If you're making text posts, you see how it is. If you're making image posts, video posts, and whatever. Now we go back to our dashboard again. And then you see more items. Yeah, this is our dashboard, and you can see the template of our blog. That is the template we choose, that's the travel template. And as I said, we are going to be reviewing the tools we discussed in our last lesson. We started with post. It's one of the tools we use in creating the various items you'll be having on your blog page. Then we have the states. I told you what the state is all about. That's where you review your traffic. And then comments, that's where you look at the comments that people make at your posts or pages. And then earnings, this is the area where you want to monetize your blog. As the value, that is the tool that will take you to such environments. When we have campaign like this, banners, adverts, and so on and so forth. And here is the pages tool. You want to create a page. This is the tool that you use in creating your page. And then your layout. As I said in our last lesson, a particular topic has been dedicated, for a series of videos have been dedicated to layout. And what the layout is all about, that is the environment where you look at the configuration of your templates. Because as you see our templates here that we viewed the other time, it has configurations. You can customize it and decide to design your own template in your own way. You customize it, you make it look the way you want. And from there you begin to arrange, rearrange, and so on and so forth to make your blog look beautiful. Then you move to the settings environment. This is another tool that we discussed, and we discussed all this in our last lesson. And as we are beginning our lesson proper, we're going to be discussing in details how they are, and then we're going to be seeing the practical demonstration about them. So we're going to be starting with our post. And just like we had last year today, our major topic is how to create your post. We're going to be seeing how our first post will look like on the template that we choose. And how do we do that? We go to new post, we click on new post, and then it will take you to our post environment where we can create our post. Yes, here we are, and this is the post title we have here. The first thing we have is the post title. After the post title, we have our formatting tools to format our text message. And one of the first formatting tool we have there is the compose environment, the compose tab. Look at it, the compose tab, and that is what you have here. Just like your email compose environment, you want to compose an email on Gmail and so on and so forth. You can see it's similar, and this is where you enter once you click on this environment to display the cursor, and with the cursor you enter your text. This is the way I want my blog to look like. Yes, that is a text for us, and then we are going to be posting this on our blog, and this is where you create your post, and that's what we are doing now. Before we do that, I'm just using this to explain what the compose tab is meant for. The next thing we have there is the HTML tab. Now this one is an environment where you enter your hypertext markup language, that is HTML. It's like a programming environment for those of us who are used to creating websites using HTML language. I mean, this is an environment where we do that, but if you are not a coding person, you don't have to bother yourself, because Blogger is a content management system in such that you don't really have to bother yourself much about coding. Though if you know more about coding, is an added advantage to make your work easier. But if you know nothing about coding, you don't have to bother yourself. But for our coders who like to create their websites, their blog with coding, this environment where you do that, you enter your code and then you display it on your website or blog. So let's go back to our compose environment by clicking on the tab. Now we have the next tab we have in our formatting tool is the undo. This is the undo tab, and this is the redo tab. Now these are font tab. If you want to change your font, maybe you don't like it. For example, this is a particular font type. This is a font type. What we have here, that the characters I've entered here was created with a particular font type. Now if you want to change the font type, you have different types of fonts. Here you have Area, we have Korea, Georgia, and whatever you want to do. So these are fonts, and then here we have our font size. These are font size. Perhaps you are not satisfied with this particular font size, you can highlight it, and then you come here, you click on the font tab. You click on the, I beg your pardon, you click on the font size, and that will show you display different items like the smallest, small, normal, large, largest. So let us pick large, and you see it. You can see that our font has increased in size. So we move to the next tool. This is another formatting tool. You click on it, and it will display several items in its menu, like the heading, subheading, minor heading, normal heading, and so on and so forth. These are our formatting tools. If you want to format your heading, that is the environment or the tab on the formatting tool where you use. Here we have our bold tab, we have our italic tab, we have our underline tab, and then here we have our strike through tab. We also have our text color, change the color of your text, that is the tab. The background of your text, if you want to change the color of the background, this is the text background color. And then you have link. If you want to create a link, that is maybe an image link or a text link, that is a link that will take you to another page or another post, another website, another blog, whatever it is. This is the tab. This is the formatting tool that you use to create such links. We're going to be discussing that, and you're going to be seeing the practical demonstration as we begin to create our various posts. Here we have our insert image formatting tab. Insert image. That is, if you want to insert an image in your article or whatever it is that you are creating, that is the tool to bring in image. Here we have our inserts, a video. You want to bring in a video, you create a video and you want to insert that video, that is the tab for it. Now we also have insert special characters. Yes, you want to bring in special characters, that is the tab. And insert jump break, that is the tab for jump break. Now this is the formatting tab for alignment. If you want to align your text, now it's the formatting tab. You can see various alignments here. Click on them and it will take you there. Now we have the numbered list tab. Here we have the bullet list. Here we have the quote. You want to quote a text, you want to quote a word. That is the formatting tab for such. You want to remove a formatting maybe after you have formatted your article and you are not satisfied with the formatting, with the way the format look. This is where you remove the format. That's the tab. And finally we have the check spelling tab. If you are not satisfied with your spelling, or maybe the computer detects that your spelling is wrong, this is the formatting tab to correct your spelling. Yes, that will be all for this particular lesson, and then we're going to continue in our next lesson. We're going to dedicate next lesson to our first post. So that will be all for this lesson. See you in our next lesson. Thank you very much. I hope you have learned something.